Federal agents just dropped a major bombshell in the Nancy Guthrie case, and it has nothing to do with DNA. Forget fingerprints, the real breakthrough is tied to a specific Bitcoin account. The data found there might finally expose the monster who targeted an 84-year-old woman. Before we dive into those specifics, I have to address something important. Ever since Nancy vanished on February 1st, one particular question has dominated the comment section. Was her own family involved? I will show you shortly why a veteran investigator just provided 10 reasons proving they were not. First though, you have to realize what the Bureau discovered by tracing the digital money. Just days after Nancy was taken from her Tucson home, a ransom demand reached her relatives. This was not a scrawled note or some cryptic midnight phone call. It was a digital crypto address demanding $6 million. That ultimatum hit Savannah Guthrie and her siblings with a 5 p.m. Monday deadline. Pay up or lose your mother. That window closed, and the family never sent the funds. Then, an entirely unexpected development occurred when a second message surfaced. This one bypassed the family and was sent straight to the journalist at TMZ. The price had changed. 1 Bitcoin, roughly $70,000, to reveal the kidnapper's identity. This was not the original abductor looking for a payout. Someone else was trying to sell the perpetrator's name for profit. Stop and process that there is a witness out there who knows exactly who did this. They tried to monetize that secret, but this is where the entire investigation takes a turn. Because federal investigators were not just sitting around waiting for a miracle. They have been monitoring every single cent moving through that digital vault since the first day. Expert Ari Redboard detailed this exact process during his segment on Nancy Grace. Redboard leads policy at TRM Labs, one of the globe's premier cryptocurrency forensic firms. His explanation completely shatters the biggest myth people still believe about crypto. He stated, and I quote, "Every transaction on a public ledger, especially Bitcoin, is traceable, visible, and permanent. There is no way to wipe that history. Most people hear Bitcoin and assume it is anonymous, which is likely what the kidnapper assumed too. But that is simply not how the technology functions. Not anymore. Every single Bitcoin address acts as a unique, permanent identifier. Any funds sent there are etched into a public record that anyone can inspect forever. The government does not actually need to hack into anything. They do not even need warrants to scan the blockchain. They just have to look. Advanced tools at TRM Labs go further, mapping out entire criminal networks. They compare these addresses against massive databases of known criminals, ranging from terrorists and hackers to sanctioned individuals and traffickers. If the person who made that wallet ever used a standard exchange or provided identification, even one time, the authorities likely have their name or are closing in as we speak. This is the one detail most people overlook regarding digital currency crimes. You do not have to catch the suspect in the middle of the act. You just need them to make one single mistake, one link between a shadow wallet and their true identity, like a bank transfer or a verified login. One simple payment to an account that is already on the radar. One slip-up is all it takes. In this instance, the person managing that crypto account already messed up. They shifted the funds. On February 11th, barely 10 days following the disappearance, AZ family broke news about fresh transactions appearing in the crypto address, tied to the ransom demand. The money was touched. While they assumed they were flying under the radar, the feds were tracking every move. Every transaction generated an indelible digital trail, impossible to wipe, change, or conceal from investigators. Even as we speak, agents are hot on that trail. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated as this investigation unfolds. Events are developing rapidly, and you will want to be here for the next breakthrough. Let's get back to the point I mentioned earlier, the one suspicion lingering over everything. Did the family have a hand in this? Standard protocol in missing persons cases involves scrutinizing the immediate circle first. Regarding the situation with Nancy, that involves vetting Annie, her live-in daughter, along with Savannah, the high-profile daughter, the son-in-law, and the rest. Former FBI agent Jennifer Kofender has a unique perspective here. She spent her career tackling identical investigations. From abductions to violent crimes, she's seen exactly how guilty parties behave. She recognizes genuine sorrow, and can distinguish it from a facade. She outlined 10 specific factors that exonerate the family from any involvement in Nancy's disappearance. These are 10 concrete points, not online speculation or keyboard warrior theories. This comes from professional analysis by a veteran of federal law enforcement. First off, statistically speaking, matricide represents under 1% of homicides, and it is even rarer in kidnapping cases. These types of crimes are exceptionally uncommon. Second, their mourning is authentic. Kafenda insists their reactions aren't staged. After reviewing their public responses, she is convinced their suffering is legitimate. Third, given Nancy was 84 and physically frail, a family member would not need a convoluted kidnapping plot or crypto demands to cause her harm. It is illogical. Fourth, there is no strong monetary incentive. Nancy's property is valued around $1 million, which splits into roughly $300,000 per heir. You do not mastermind a heist this intricate for just $300,000. Fifth, the sophistication of the plan points away from relatives. We are talking ransom demands, cryptocurrency, sabotage security, and disguises. Insiders usually choose easier paths. Sixth, Annie and her spouse provided Nancy's daily care. They were with her around the clock. They would not need to stage a break-in at their own residence. Seventh, Savannah is wealthy in her own right, ranking among the top-earning TV anchors in the nation. Nancy was a beloved figure who even appeared on national television. She was not a liability. Eighth, the timeline is all wrong. The abduction happened while Savannah was away reporting on the Olympics. Why would she orchestrate a crime while she was in the spotlight thousands of miles from Tucson? Ninth, police have formally exonerated the relatives. Both federal and local authorities confirm that no one in the family is under suspicion. Finally, the 10th reason is the most telling. Surveillance footage captured a stranger scouting Nancy's house 3 times throughout January. A total of 3 times. A person raised within those walls would have no reason to survey the grounds. Such actions suggest a total stranger. If the family is cleared, who does that leave? This particular detail makes the whole investigation truly chilling. The evidence doesn't point toward a random prowler choosing a target by chance. It indicates a perpetrator intimately familiar with the residents, someone aware of every lens angle, and capable of severing the wireless signal linking the security system, someone certain that Nancy would be solitary during those specific hours, navigating the interior floor plan perfectly to enter and vanish without alerting a single sensor. This is the specific part of the story that haunts my thoughts. A local resident named Eldon Meister reported witnessing a suspicious individual loitering around the block approximately 14 days prior to the disappearance. Her account was precise. She insisted the man seemed entirely out of place. No jogging attire, no canine companion, just a figure analysing the surroundings with clinical focus. When questioned about the head count, she didn't suspect a lone actor. Her estimate was 2 or perhaps 3 people. A team of abductors, synchronized and prepared. That evening, a lens caught a figure in disguise, clad in black, hauling a heavy pack. Was that bag already weighed down upon arrival, filled with the tools of the trade, or was it packed when he departed, containing items snatched from the home? We still do not know. Yet federal agents have one lead. The person behind that crypto account slipped up. Since every transfer leaves a digital trail, each penny is tracked, and the trap is shutting. One lingering mystery continues to bother me. Given that the Bureau monitors every digital coin movement, knowing funds shifted 10 days post-abduction, and utilizing global criminal database matches, why hasn't an arrest occurred? What are they actually holding out for? If you are invested in this mystery, share your theories below. Will blockchain be the smoking gun, or is the Bureau concealing the real truth? If you missed the footage covering the night Nancy vanished, check the link provided. Those specifics alter the entire narrative.